Hello everybody and welcome back to the Eco Posh for You YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. My day is okay. I am catching up on a lot of stuff and it seems like I'm always catching up on a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people can probably relate to that. But anyway, and yesterday, sorry that I had to cancel Backseat Painters on Whatnot yesterday. The weather was really terrible here. But I am not bringing my painting stuff back in my house. I've got a lot of different stuff going on here with construction, and it's already crazy enough without bringing my entire painting setup in here. So I apologize. But yeah, I'm keeping that outside. So the weather was really bad yesterday, and I wasn't able to film out there. But today it looks great. So I will definitely be doing my show later today on Poshmark. So I hope everybody will be joining me for Backseat Painters, if you're free. Okay, so I want to talk about what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what we're going to talk about today, which is messaging on Poshmark, okay? The types of messages that you can send and whether they're public or they're private or not. Most of you guys will know this, but some people are new and they don't know, and I feel like we need to make sure that everybody knows this. And the most important thing to know is that not all of these messages that you think are private are actually private, okay? All right, so I was looking for some information about this online, and this is, to me, is the best resource that I could find. And this is actually a blog, and it's called FromPenniesToPlenty.com. I will be leaving a link to this article in the description box so you guys can check it out again later when you have time. And also be sure to check out her blog. She's got a lot of interesting things in there, so definitely want to make sure I give credit to her for that. I really like the way that the information is presented and organized. So let's go ahead and talk about the different types of messages. All right, so the first one, how do you contact a Poshmark seller privately? So the number one most top important way to contact somebody privately on Poshmark is going to be after you make a purchase. And that's going to be when you can hit the message seller button and send them a message. All right, that is going to be the most private message that you're able to send on Poshmark. Okay? And the next type of message they have is going to be the public message, all right? Now, this is normally the type of message that you would leave someone if you had a question about an item. You know, maybe you see an item that you like that doesn't have measurements on it, and so you say, what is what is bust to bust, or what is the whatever length, or what is the inseam? So that would be the best use of a public message, right, is to just ask a basic question about an item. Now, you can also leave a public message on a Meet the Posher page. That would also be appropriate as well. You just want to make sure you do the little @ and you tag their username to make sure they see it. Now, and then let's see, it also says people like to negotiate sometimes in the public comments, and this is something that we've talked about before. I don't like to negotiate with people in the public comments. I would much rather, I sort of gently nudge them towards the offer button instead. All right, so let's keep moving. Okay. Now we're going to be addressing the bundle comments, all right? So bundles, this is going to be where, and a bundle it doesn't have to be several items. A bundle can just be one item. All you have to do is go and click the little plus button to add it. And let's see, sometimes potential buyers bundle an item or several items because they're hoping the seller will make them a bundle offer, which is more like a personal offer or a private discount to one person. Once you're in the bundle, you can write comments and even hold a conversation. I've chatted with other Poshmark sellers and even had a bundle with over 100 exchanges between us. The reason this is semi-private is that anyone can see the bundle and the comments, but it requires a few clicks and the interest to do it. Most people... Ooh, I just got an idea. All right, we're going to do an example on one of the... we're going to try out an example of this on one of the panty people's closets. That would be fun. Okay. That's so funny, because I wanted to do an example, but I don't want to like just be nosy or go into anybody's business. But if they're a panty person... Okay. So anyway, let's keep moving. Alright, the reason this is semi-private is that anyone can see the bundle and comments, but it requires a few clicks and the interest to do it. Most people, including me, don't go looking through other people's bundles. Your time is probably better spent on more important things. So it's likely no one but you and the potential buyer will read it. Here's how to see your own bundles that you're buying and selling. Okay. Now I'm getting excited about going through the panty sniffers like messages. So I wouldn't recommend to do this as a general practice in general. And I don't see why, like she said, I don't think anybody has the time to do that anyway, for the most part. But something really important that you need to keep in mind, because I know a lot of people do exchange contact information through these bundles. So just keep that in mind, okay? That's why I really wish that Poshmark had a messaging system. And I think I'm going to write them an email about this, because to me, and if you guys feel the same way, I would encourage you to write an email as well. That way they get a couple emails about it, because as far as safety is concerned, a lot of times people exchange information on there, and I know that they say no sales off the platform. And I don't think because you're exchanging information that you're trying to do a sale off the platform. You know, like in my case, a lot of people will say like, I really like your painting, like where can I follow you on social media or something like that. And generally I do put it out there on my shows, but sometimes somebody will message me and want to know. I mean, and granted but you know what I mean? Like people do exchange sometimes some form of contact information. Like my stuff is pretty much out there. My social media, all my stuff's pretty much out there. But there might be people that don't want that information out there and don't realize that they've just got their private contact information laying all over the place, you know? And perhaps maybe that's where some of these creepy Gently bots are like scraping data from, you know, since it's publicly accessible. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that, go down that particular rabbit hole. But to me, this might be a little bit of a safety issue. And yeah, I think we all need to write them an email about this. All right? And I'll show you why in a minute. I'm about to go look some stuff up, and I'll be back. And for me, it'll be a couple minutes. For you guys, it'll be like... Now, if you remember our video, Cupcakes and Granny Panties for Jared, you will remember this closet. And I thought we would go ahead and start here. So this is why they need to make a messaging feature, basically. So you click on the three dots, you go to Bundles, From, and there they are. There's all the panty underwears bundles. Okay, it says right here, she says, let's see, no problem, they will probably wait for you. The site didn't like my description, so I have to put it as a plain Jane kind. Make it difficult to discover. Ugh, being sneaky, being sneaky. Alright, so now let's take a look at our bundles from our buddy Rooster here. My, how this video derails. I was just going to talk about the different kinds of messages and warn people about safety and... Okay, oh, comments. Requested styling for surprise me. Offer any worn from personal inventory drawer. All have been worn. Yikes. I love how that blog is all like, yeah, but normally people don't have time to look through the bundles and everything. And I'm like, except for the weird ones. Except for these weird ones. Okay, so, yikes. The more worn, the better. And there are 19 likes on this. Alright, let's see. Have any other small panties, don't care if they're used. A few in my closet. You want to exchange snaps? No thanks. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is not Tinder. Alright, let's take a look at this last one. And I don't think I've made a video about this one yet, so everyone be sure to report this one. Yikes. Can I see you wear them before I buy? Can't trust the internet. For an additional $25, I'll give you a photo to keep. How about 30 for both? Like, what do you guys think this is? Ridiculous. It says also, there's currently no way to communicate privately on Poshmark before a purchase or sale, only afterwards. Poshmark probably does that because it's a social platform and public messages appear more social. And then they give the reasons and everything like that. That's why I definitely recommend that you guys check out this article and read it for yourself. So yeah, I think there's definitely some pluses and minuses to the way they do it. But I do think that they need a messaging feature. That way buyers and sellers can message back and forth securely without people being able to go and look and, you know, a bunch of Karens like me, like, oh, let's see, what's the conversation with the underwears. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and have some great sales.